In a quiet suburban town, life moved slowly and peacefully until one evening when everything changed. Emma Rodriguez, a 17-year-old high school student, was last seen walking home from her part-time job at a local bakery. She was known for her cheerful personality, always smiling, and everyone in the neighborhood trusted her. On that day, she waved goodbye to her coworkers, promising to be home in 15 minutes. But she never made it. Her mother, waiting anxiously, noticed that Emma had not returned at the usual time. She called her phone repeatedly, but each call went straight to voicemail. By 10 p.m., a sinking feeling took over the household. Emma's mother contacted the police, and a search began almost immediately. Neighbors joined in, walking the streets, calling out her name, hoping it was just a misunderstanding. But deep down, fear had already started creeping in. Emma's backpack was found on a bench near the bus stop she often used, and her phone was left behind. There were no signs of a struggle, no witnesses, no clues to indicate where she might have gone. It was as if the teenager had vanished into thin air. The small town, once calm and trusting, suddenly became tense and suspicious. People started locking their doors, and parents kept their children indoors. The investigation revealed that Emma had sent a last text to her best friend, saying, "I feel like someone is watching me." That single message sent shivers down the spines of everyone who read it. Detectives reviewed local surveillance cameras, but only blurry images of a figure crossing the street at night were captured. The person appeared to be following someone, but the footage was unclear. The town held its breath as hope and fear clashed in everyone's hearts. Days turned into weeks, and the case grew colder. Tips flooded in from people claiming to have seen Emma, but none led anywhere. Detectives focused on her last known movements, retracing the path she would have walked home. Each door knocked, each question asked, only seemed to deepen the mystery. Theories ranged from a runaway scenario to an abduction, but no solid evidence emerged. The town organized volunteer search parties, combing the nearby woods and abandoned buildings. Flyers with Emma's smiling face were plastered on walls, poles, and storefronts. The image of a normal, happy teenager suddenly missing became a haunting symbol for the community. Every night, parents whispered to their children, cautioning them not to wander too far, fearing the invisible threat that had taken Emma. Then, a breakthrough came unexpectedly. A delivery driver passing by a remote section of the town spotted a bag lying near a creek. Inside, they found items belonging to Emma, her wallet, a notebook, and one of her sneakers, but there was still no sign of her. Police immediately focused on this new location, expanding their search radius, hoping it might lead to a crucial clue. Investigators noticed that the muddy footprint near the bag did not match Emma's shoes. It suggested someone else had been there recently. Forensic teams analyzed the prints, hoping they could trace them back to a potential suspect. Each passing day made the tension thicker, and the community grew increasingly anxious. Families feared the unknown predator might strike again. A week after the discovery, a local man came forward claiming he had seen a suspicious van parked near the woods the night Emma disappeared. Police cross-checked with neighborhood records and realized the van belonged to a man with a minor criminal history, someone who had never been a suspect before. They brought him in for questioning, searching his residence and vehicle. Inside, they found evidence that pointed toward Emma, including traces of mud similar to that found near the creek. During interrogation, the man initially denied involvement, but under pressure, he revealed disturbing details. He had been watching Emma for several days, following her after work. He admitted that he intended to kidnap her, but claimed he had never harmed her. Investigators didn't believe him completely, fearing the worst, yet they continued searching for the teenager with renewed urgency. Finally, after 10 nerve-wracking days, Emma was found alive, hiding in a dense thicket not far from the creek. She had escaped the van and survived in the woods, hiding from her abductor until rescuers found her. When she emerged, dirty, frightened, but alive, the town collectively exhaled. Tears were shed, prayers were answered, and relief washed over the entire community. The story of Emma Rodriguez, the teen who vanished without a trace, became a lesson for the small town. It reminded them that danger could lurk in the most ordinary places and that vigilance is key. Parents tightened their supervision, neighbors looked out for one another more carefully, and Emma's story spread beyond the town, reaching thousands who followed her case online. Even though she survived, the scars of that terrifying week remained. Emma's story would be remembered as a chilling reminder that a normal evening walk could suddenly turn into a nightmare. But it also became a story of hope, courage, and survival, showing that even in the darkest times, there can be light at the end of the tunnel.
Like, share, subscribe for more.